Welcome back to another episode of If It Be Your Will podcast. Today, we're going down a nice, dreamy, trippy road together. And we have this beautiful Magic Castles that's going to accompany us as we go through. I have Jason Edmonds from the Magic Castles band, his band, and he's coming in from the Twin Cities down in the USA.
Hello.
Hey. And Magic Castles is, if you haven't heard them, you should have. Now you do. Super dreamlike psychedelic music. I mean, it has this blend of old and new kind of merged together, and it's a great record to listen to from top to finish. Even those late nights, tonight we're Friday night, so I'm going to throw this on after this podcast late and just trip out to it because it really can do that for you. Jason, thanks so much. I know that we're busy people and I know you're a busy man, so thanks for carving out a little bit of time to talk about your amazing band. Oh, and a record that just came out April 24th of this year. Outstanding record. Go and check it out. It's on Bandcamp. Weeze even has LPs, and they're orange, guys. Neon orange. So check it out. Jason, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Here.
Thank you for having me.
I like to start these off a little bit, Jason, with kind of a hop down memory lane a little bit to kind of situate like where music started for you. What are some of those early recollections or salient moments that kind of solidified music as something that was going to be something you would do?
Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely like my dad's record collection was a big influence on me, and he didn't have them out. They were like down in the basement, in this box, and you'd have to dig around, you're like looking for something else, and you come across this box of old records, and he had a lot of psychedelic records in there, and so it just kind of gravitated towards the album art. I remember Cream Steel Wheels album art is pretty wild, psychedelic, and he had Santana too. Some of those are pretty weird, cool, interesting designs and stuff. So
yeah.
The Rolling Stones, their Satanic Majesty's Request. I remember pulling that out, and it had the holographic cover, he still had a turntable, so we would ask, like, can we listen to some of these and listen to those, but yeah, maybe it was like junior high somewhere. I discovered Pink Floyd. My older brother showed me The Wall, but we had like limited TV time. My mom wanted to watch like Anne of Green Gables or something, and so we had to like fast forward through most of the movie, but I remember the animation sequences in The Wall really blew my mind, and it was just like, you can't. Yeah, that was my introduction to Pink Floyd, and I was like maybe 12 or 10 or 12, right? And like I was at Pomida, which is a little, kind of like a Kmart. I don't know if you have them where you are, but
no,
sort of like
Kmart,
sort of like what is now Walmart, but back in the 80s or whatever. I bought a cassette, and it was Pink Floyd, Relics, and so that starts out with like all the Syd Barrett era, and I was expecting it to be like The Wall because I just saw The Wall. Anyway, Pink Floyd and the Beatles and their weird music they made. It's definitely a big influence on me when I was a kid, for sure. And kind of before grunge happened,
Great. Super good foundation you get this music that you create. Jason, when did instruments come into the mix? When did you start to?
Yeah, I was in band. I played saxophone. I didn't actually play all through high school. I started playing after high school, when I was in college. So like a teenager, late, teenager, 18, 19 years old, and started playing. By that point, I was like heavily in the Spaceman 3 and spiritualized and spectrum and low and minimal music, and had friends in college that were big music collectors. And so we would go to their dorm. I remember being in their dorm room and like making mixtapes or tape, dubbing every Stereolab album they had. And like every time you go back, there's like another new one that you're like, wait, what? And like, how many albums does Stereolab actually have?
Endless.
Right. And that was all happening kind of before I even really took off with playing music. So it's kind of, I was a big music fan and just was immersed in it. And of course, it was like a dream of mine to do it. Like I just loved it so much that I wanted to be the one up there doing it.
Yeah.
And then, I started playing piano and keyboards first because I didn't really know anything about guitar until so I'm self-taught completely. Yeah. Long story short, I had no formal training at all. But I can play pretty fluidly now with guitar or piano. I'm a little bit better of a piano player just because I've been playing longer.
Okay. Right.
But yeah,
Did it come natural to you playing guitar? Like, was it a struggle to get?
Well, I'm not
get what you wanted to do down.
I'm not a shredder because I didn't do that. I didn't grow up that way, so I didn't like learn all the Kurt Hammett dive bombs or you know what I mean. I wasn't a big metal head, although I did go through a phase where whatever. But I didn't learn guitar that way, and I actually learned. I started like writing songs as soon as I started figuring out how to learn guitar, and so. But I had a roommate who taught me how to change the strings and how to tune it, and I bought yeah, right. It's kind of hard, and you just build the calluses, and I fell in love with guitar. Really, though, is like when I started learning, and I had kind of a sense of piano and scales and a bit of music theory that I had learned just on the fly with piano. And once you start to understand how that works with guitar, it made guitar so fascinating, and that I got way into it and taught myself I had a chord book, literally just taught myself the chords with the and I would get melodies in my head and sing them. What I started writing songs and I didn't really know how to play. It's so weird that it's out, but I was pretty young still, but
right.
I would sing the note into guitar tuning pedal with like I'd plug a microphone that I got at a garage sale, like straight into the pedal, sing into it. It would tell me what note it was, so like that's a G or whatever. And then I'd be like, look in my chord book and be like, that's a G. And then like, yeah. I mean, it's how we're talking about the very beginning.
That's amazing.
And then
I love that.
But then you just practice until you just, you know what I mean? Have it all.
Yeah. And like everybody, but getting your ear tuned to like what a G sounds like and an E sounds like and a B minor and like it's cool that you're using your voice to when you were starting to find that stuff out. I mean, pretty fascinating.
Yeah, kind of, because I didn't know any other way to really, what is this? Yeah, right. Because I didn't have a piano at that time that was in tune or whatever.
And Jason, how did you come to the sound of Magic Castles? Like, what was it that you were aiming for when you started writing songs that were going to be under that name?
Well, yeah. So I ended up being in a band for a while that was kind of a 90s sort of minimalistic, moody, kind of based on the music I kind of described, we're kind of shoegazy, I guess, a little bit. And but nobody would really in the band wanted to sing. And so, and I had, so basically I kind of like quit that band and took my stuff home and just started recording songs on a 4-track cassette. And it was really folky beginning partially because it was like mostly acoustic guitar on a 4-track at home, it was like definitely, and I wanted to do like kind of psych folk stuff that I felt was lacking from the Twin Cities music scene at the time. It was like early 2000s, and I wasn't, I don't know, there just wasn't a lot of that in town, and I wanted to do more like chill folky stuff. But then it like kind of turns more rock and roll almost immediately as I put a band together. But I had first recorded a bunch of songs on a 4-track cassette and played them for some friends, and they were like, these are like good songs. Like, we should play them. I'll drum. And I was like, really, you would? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, cool. Like, here's a tambourine, and like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so like it just kind of felt. I went on a camping trip to Lake of the Woods up, on the border, and with an old friend from high school who I used to play music with, who became the first Magic Castles bass player. And so it was like just kind of like randomly, like, oh yeah, well, I've wrote these songs. I'm kind of like thinking about playing them with as a band live, And so it kind of started like that, and just has grown from there.
And were the songs always like, so you've put out 2 full-length records, right? You put one out in 2025 also called The Lore of Mystic Horror.
That's the first record reissued.
Okay.
So that originally was 2008.
Okay.
A TDR that I made, the very first record. Yeah.
So like you've been doing Magic Castles for a while now. It's not like, this is not just like coming on people's radar now. You've been a part of it for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a burnout maybe. No, I've been around for a while, for sure. And just kind of like operating on total DIY level. Like, I've never had any. Well, I mean, Anton Newcomb from Brian Jonestown Massacre came across the music in 2010-ish and emailed me out of the blue, and we started releasing records on his label. But even with him, I never had a contract with him, and no big backing in terms of, big support. I mean, they were obviously huge backers for me, though, and like in terms of getting the music out there. So
absolutely.
But so yeah, he kind of got me my big break, I suppose.
That's Fuzz Club, right? That's his label, right?
No. His label is A Recordings.
Okay.
Like A for Anton.
Okay.
And I released like 4 albums on that label so it was like, the first one was in 2012, we did a compilation of the early stuff. So yeah, by the time Anton came across me, I'd already done 3 albums, like on my own. And so then, and I thought, like, when he first messaged me, I was like, so do you want to reissue Lore of Mysticor, the one that just came up, And he was like, actually, I want to do like some songs off all 3. And I was like, okay, and like, which ones? And he's like, I don't know, you pick. And I don't know if I picked the right songs. It was hard, because there's like, okay, there's 3 albums. Which songs do you want on it? And we ended up doing a double LP, and it did okay, and so then we did another one in 2014, and another was in 2015, and then Sunrain in 2021 or 20. Yeah. So there was a bit of a gap there between Starflower and Sunrain.
Still an extensive catalog that you have, Jason, that you've been crafting on your own. Well, I won't say on your own, but doing it yourself to a large extent, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I have the community of musicians here that I work with, and engineers. But yeah, like a small group of people, and it doesn't happen unless I like get out of bed and finish it or whatever.
Right.
But there are a lot of people involved that I, am collaborating with. Neil Weir, the engineer, has done the last like bunch of albums. And so I try and keep it to the same, it's all the same people kind of the whole time. Same 20 of us or whatever, 12 of them. I mean, there's different band members that have come and gone. So that's obviously a huge change.
Yeah. And Jason, what's it like to be doing this? You know, like you are the one that has to get out of bed to make this magic happen. Magic castles happen, I'll say. What's that process like for you? Like, do you like the process of going through you have a collection of songs that you build over time? You go into the studio, you get meticulous about it, recording this and that, and then all this promo stuff, and then shows, and like, how do you, and you work full time, right? Like it's like,
and I am a father, I have children.
There you go, and on and on and on. Like, and your dedication to your music has been, you know, consistent throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
How do you keep going when it's like always on your shoulders?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gets to be kind of a just a way of life or a routine or something, you know. I have a studio that I share with friends. More stuff is recorded, and there's a bunch of maps all over the room, so we call it the map room. And you know, my friend Zach is a sound engineer and has the place completely outfitted with microphones and so I can go in and open up a Pro Tools template and hit record and move from station to station. And I'll put a drum track down and play the bass part to it, and then play the guitar part to it, and I just hang out in there by myself and do this. And this is my like good time. But I'm very introverted in that way, you know. And sometimes we'll record, you know, and I'm also in a band with the other guys in the space. So like I have a completely different band that I play with them. So I just love playing music, and instead of but I don't know hardly anything about like current movies because I never watch movies. So I have my blind spots, you know. It's like I'm always in the studio doing that stuff, doing music stuff, but then I'm like, I haven't seen any horror movie in the last 10 years, I feel like. And I'm like so clueless when people are talking about directors and movies, and I don't know. Yeah, so.
I'm sure it's a different story when you talk about music, because, I mean, I'm sure you write music quite often.
Yeah, for sure. And I've in just all my life I've been way into that, and I just I have a piano at home, and I sit down and play piano when I'm at home, and so it might I don't know, you know, there are times when I go and I just bang my head on the desk, and I'm like, what am I doing, you know? And it's okay to be like that too, to have. But yeah, in general, I tend to work in like batches of songs. So I'll have like 10 songs I'm working on or something, all kind of simultaneously. And then I'll go through periods where like I don't have an idea, and it gets kind of scary, where you're like, don't feel inspired right now or something, you know, but it comes through. Yeah,
totally. And let's talk about the latest release. So Realize came out just in April.
Yeah.
How do you...
This one's on Fuzz Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's where my reference was coming from. How do you see this? Like, how do you feel about this record now that it's been out for a while, and are people receiving it the way that you had hoped?
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to have it out. It feels really good to finish a big project like this. I had fun I had to do like visualizers for the singles, and I hired a really old friend of mine to make music videos for the singles, and he chopped up like public domain film that's in the public domain into like a new kind of video collage for the songs, and yeah, and it was fun to see that. And so it's kind of a fun process as it happens, and you know, I feel kind of mystified by the whole process myself, of just like kind of watching it happen as much as everyone else, you know, it also being in the center of it. But I think as far as reception, people have said they really like it, and that the vinyl looks gorgeous. My friend Jake Luck did the album art, and it sounds really good and looks good. So I'm pleased.
Cool. And what is so you released it, and like, what is the rest of this year look out for Magic Castles? Like, what is there anything that you can tell us about touring wise, or new stuff going down the pipe, or anything like that?
I mean, I'm open to it, but right now I don't have anything scheduled for a tour the rest of this year. And the way things are with like the economy and everything, it's just absolutely bonkers. But you never know. You never know. You have to stay limber.
Absolutely.
But,
You never know. Maybe gas prices will plummet. Who knows?
Right.
But
right. I mean, right now it's pretty bad. And
yeah, I mean, going on the road touring is just not, you're making no money. You're probably losing money doing it, right?
Well, it's just that there's not as much cash involved as there used to be. It's kind of like, I feel like it is like a credit card game now or something, as long as you got credit cards, you can be just fine. But it's like without those, it's kind of a challenge. So it's just like getting your ducks in a row and being able to do it. But right now, like, I don't have a US booking agent to help me with that. And even if I did, I'm not sure if I could get people to come out in a room, if I'm playing Cincinnati on a Tuesday, is that kind of when I can do that, I'll know. I think that it's like, okay, I'm playing in the room's full. So, but yeah. So I don't know.
More enjoyable, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's
your friends.
Yeah, totally. And you never know, with times the way they are, it's dicey out there. So everybody has to deal with that too, and it's just a part of the process of like, we have great turnouts and rough turnouts depending on what's going on and what day it is, and, how long, if we've ever been there before. It's like,
yeah. Is the recording going forward though? You're continuously writing. You're continuously going back to the map room to.
Yeah, I have. Well, I have been, and this is, finally this album's out now, and so I can kind of move on, and which feels good. I'm still kind of getting used to the idea that like I can like let this one go, and I'm so happy that Fuzz Club took us on, and it got delayed for a minute with trying to find a new home for it, and so that worked out with great. Oh yeah, they've been great. They're really great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great record, people. I'm gonna just say that I want you guys to go and get it. You can get it on Bandcamp, listen to it a couple of times, and just purchase the thing. The record looks amazing, and trust me, you'll love this record if you like all of those references that Jason gave at the start. They're all in there, speckled, and more. So please go and check this record out. And if you see Magic Castles playing anywhere, go and check it out too. Buy a tee, get an LP, support these artists, because that's how they can make this music through support that we can give to them. Jason, this has been fascinating. It's been such a great chat with you. I feel like we could just chat on for hours and hours.
Yeah.
I want to respect our time. I wish you all the best with the albums to come. This record, though, like, just enjoy it for a while, because it's quite a record to listen to from head to toe. So I recommend that people go out there and listen to it. And all the best on the next adventure.
Thank you so much, Chris.
It's a real pleasure. Thanks.
Yeah.